This is Hunter Labrada. He sits and he waits to vie for the 2020 Mr. Olympia title. Of course, there is going to be some heavy guns trying to prevent him from doing so, much like this guy, James Hollingshead. And much like Hunter Labrada, he won his last 2 pro shows. He is on fire. Both men seemingly unstoppable. Of course, aside from Hunter's fairly low placing at last year's Olympia. But then again, James Hollingshead can't really say anything about that, considering he elected not to enter last year's Olympia. But anyway, guys, they're both headed towards the 2021, and they both released some prep pictures before they do so, and I thought it would have been interesting to throw all of these comparison pictures. Now, we don't have all of the 8 mandatories, but we actually have most of them. And James Hollingshead, he's wearing boots. Keep that in mind, guys. Camera angle's not exact. But hey, what the heck? It's a pretty fun comparison nonetheless. I believe Hunter Labrada has a better V-taper in this shot. Better V-taper for sure. Camera angles maybe cutting down on his calf size a bit. Maybe the wheels as well. Because I believe Hunter's X-frame will be better. Now, what does James Hollingshead have going for him? He has that Dorian Yates type hard, grainy, overall balanced conditioning. No one part of his physique seems to be more conditioned than the other. Very, very balanced is this man, and with a couple of inches in height, he could catch a Hunter Labrada, but that could hurt him if Hunter ends up being wider and bigger in the arm department, which could happen. I mean, Hunter has some guns, guys. Now, the front lat spread, I do believe, will be a James Hollingshead pose, but I don't know. This is a new picture of Hunter, and he looks better and better in this shot. It's not a weak shot for him anymore, I don't think. Was it ever really? Well, he takes a lot of criticism. Very close shot, guys. Like I said, James Hollingshead, his X-frame seems to be a little bit better in the front lat spread, whereas the front double, it looked like Hunter may have had an edge. So this is going to be one of those matchups, guys, where could be topsy-turvy. Could be one guy wins one shot, next guy wins the other. Could be a very tight competition. This is the side chest development. And, of course, like I said, James Hollingshead's wearing boots. And he's a couple inches taller anyway, so I don't think he'd be that tall. I don't think he'd be that big, would he? Hunter's matching him in the upper body. But when you look at the wheels, the muscle separation, and those quads, James Hollingshead has a big Ramy or a Akeem Williams type side quad, whereas the Nick Walkers, the Hunter Labradas, they may be falling in the lower half as far as that's concerned. In the side chest development, we don't have a side tricep for James Hollingshead, unfortunately, but we're safe to assume, guys. We're safe to assume Hunter would get that one, right? Let's have a look at the back shots between these two. Wow. It's going to be a close one. Hunter, like I said, a little bit shorter, smaller frame, but it may be a wider frame. Hollingshead, maybe not as wide as a big Ramy, if you do lay them side by side, because if Hunter Labrada is just as wide, maybe even wider, could be losing on that edge. But, guys, take a look how dry Hollingshead is. And keep in mind, there's still time to dry out before the Olympia. He does, in fact, look like he is more conditioned than Hunter Labrada. Now, the rear double by James, he's just so dry. Of course, this is not game night yet. It's pretty similar, the conditioning. With all due respect to Hunter Labrada, I'm not saying he's not conditioned at all. Just James Hollingshead, he just appears to be so rock hard and grainy. James winning on the delts, the arms, the traps, the upper body muscle for sure, but Hunter has better lat insertions, better lower back, and he is a much better V-taper, I think, does Hunter Labrada. So he could out-muscle James, which is kind of a shocker to me. But not on those arms or those traps. My soul, James Hollingshead, take it easy, man. Your arms are going to bust. Both of these guys, my soul, terrible. Go to the abs and thigh, and by terrible I mean great. You know, you want those muscles bulging. Hunter, he has been getting better and better at this abs and thigh shot. He has refined it. He has refined it for sure. But James Hollingshead appears to be another Branch Warren, another Nick Walker, another guy that Kai Green, a mass monster that can hit an outstanding abs and thigh. He's hitting it to spec as well. That could make the difference for the judges making the decision on this one. Very close. Of course, I'm not going to be announcing a winner in this one. Just for fun. Most muscular. And this is a... Judges, you guys have your hands full. It seems to be rock hard graininess. Rock hard condition for James Hollingshead. He looks like a block. A solid British block. The British block. And he's got those heels on, keep in mind. So he's a little bit taller. And he's taller anyway. It's hard to, I'm not going to say it. It'll be interesting to see how these guys size up. For real. Hunter Labrada. He's like Phil Heath here. Just round and thick. Full muscle. He looks better. Does he look like he's beating him? It's pretty much a tie. And I, for one, am glad that I'm not going to announce a winner in this one, because both of these guys are neck and neck heading into the Olympia. It's going to be exciting. I don't think Ian Valliere is going to place between these guys. He's either going to get the Ian Valliere political push that he usually gets. Come on, guys, it exists. Or he's going to be pushed down below these guys. I don't think he's going to be put in between them. Watch him land right in between them. Anyway, guys, excitement for the Olympia. Look forward to many more update videos like this one. And look forward to the show, of course. Have a great day.